Hello, and thanks so much for spending part of your Tuesday night with us. For News 5 at 6, I'm Diane Derby. This is First at 6 today. A judge sentenced a former D20 student who planned attacks on 3 local schools. Lilly Whitworth will serve 6 years in prison, 3 years mandatory parole. News 5's Lindsay Jensen was at the hearing today and tells us how that sentencing unfolded.
Former D20 student Lilly Whitworth's head was down as Whitworth was escorted out of an Elbert County courtroom after sentencing.
It's an abomination to think of someone wanting to kill children, and especially in a school setting when this is every parent's worst nightmare.
The judge sentenced Whitworth to 6 years in the Colorado Department of Corrections, followed by 3 years of mandatory parole.
When I say nothing happened, that's not fair. Nobody was physically hurt. And nobody was killed, okay? But people were hurt, and people were scared, and people are still scared.
Whitworth previously admitted to planning attacks at Prairie Hills Elementary, Timberview Middle, and Pine Creek High Schools in Colorado Springs. The judge weighed prison, an intensive sober living facility, and probation sentencing options, but ultimately decided a prison sentence was the most appropriate punishment.
That what this shows is that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated in a civilized society.
Prosecutors were asking for 10 years behind bars.
You know, we have a community of victims in Colorado Springs, District 20 parents, children, staff, teachers. I think they all have been impacted dramatically by this, and I think anything less than a Department of Corrections sentence would just not be appropriate considering the magnitude of the planning and the efforts made.
The judge said the prison sentence not only serves as punishment, but also provides opportunities to participate in mental health and substance abuse programs.
If I could prevent this from happening again, I will do everything I can to do that.
We will see how things go in the future, and that's all we can do. That's the limits of the law. This was never going to be an absolute life in prison. It couldn't have been, because thankfully it was stopped.
The judge gave Whitworth 306 days of credit for the time already spent behind bars. In Elbert County, I'm Lindsay Jensen, News 5.
Lindsay, thank you. One of the